At a princess dinner party, she had no idea that the mechanical arm left in the car was planning a magical tryst. Taran walked into his girlfriend's house, changing into an outfit for family gatherings, only to be met by his future father-in-law, who acted like a quizmaster throwing out problems. Luckily, he had Ace Agent Susan assisting him, using her high-tech glasses to save the day. But just when they were enjoying their chat, she saw a world-ending scene through her glass. A missile surprise, hitting Susan's base, turning Ace Agent headquarters into a ruined party instantly. Then another missile targeted Taran's home, and his longtime canine companion vanished, while the newly appointed Arthur was busy with a remote meet. The agents in front of him suddenly went offline one by one, and Taran realized almost too late that something was off, as everyone disappeared like in a magic trick. Behind it was a female drug lord using high-tech to get agents' bases and members' coordinates. She launched magic missiles, wiping out the century-old Justice Org. Taran returned to find ruins, like walking into the villain's curtain call. He fell into a deep despair like a shadow in the dark, when suddenly, a familiar figure appeared, and Taran drew his gun as if facing the final. To his surprise, it was his former instructor Merlin, leaving him in shock, thinking, how on earth did she survive? Merlin pulled out the mechanical arm left in the car, revealing that she had hacked into the organization like a hacker among agents. Merlin survived because she was just a logistics officer who never contributed to any benefits. They figured killing her would be too extravagant. They were stunned by what they found inside, wondering if the founder wanted them to drink until feeling no pain to relieve stress. Not understanding the situation, they poured whiskey, drinking and reminiscing about comrades, pondering, is it the drink, or life, that intoxicates? In an instant, they forgot their pain. Merlin cried like an orphan, but Taran found a coordinate. This was the real trump card of the ultimate plan. They followed the coordinates to a century-old distillery in Kentucky. Underground lay a large complex. As she chopped at the hidden entrance with an axe, a cowboy suddenly appeared behind her. Without a word, the cowboy attacked, but as Ace agents, they were skilled fighters too. However, the cowboy not only fought 2 against 1, but was also well versed in agent gear, even using Taran's watch against him, swiftly capturing them for interrogation. The cowboy didn't believe their Ace agent identities, suspecting they were performing a scene straight out of Shadow of the Spy. To confirm their identities, the cowboy opened a 2-way mirror, and Taran and Merlin were shocked to discover that Hart was still alive. Before they could process it, the cowboy took out a truth weapon aiming at Hart, forcing Taran to reveal their true purpose, or else she would start a count. Just at that moment, a woman with a black umbrella stepped in, stopping the cowboy in a divine intervention. She pulled out an Ace agent's black umbrella from the Federal Agent's Doomsday Vault, revealing they were part of the Ace agent's brother organization, the Federal Agents. The two organizations were of the same root, serving as each other's final trump card. This woman's codename was Sweet River. The cowboy's codename was Dragon Blue, and they rushed to Hart's room, where she acted as if she were a complete stand-in. 2.5 years ago, Hart was shot by the director, while the cowboy and Sweet River happened to be on a mission and detected mysterious pulses near the church. Arriving at the church, they found deceased Hart. Confirming she was an Ace agent, Sweet River healed her brain injury with tech. Though her life was saved, the side effect was memory loss, turning her from an Ace agent into an obedient entomologist. After learning this, Merlin stayed to awaken Hart's memory, while Taran met the fossil Federal agents with the cowboy. Codenamed Champagne, he, as a brother orc, was willing to use all Fed resources to aid Taran's revenge. Taran had tracked down the traitor Charlie's ex-girlfriend, who was attending a music festival. This was the only lead to find Charlie's organization. Under Champagne's orders, they deployed the top agent codenamed Whiskey to assist Taran. Soon after, Taran and Whiskey arrived at the music festival, where Whiskey handed him a small umbrella, revealing that the tip hid a nano-tracker that required special. The tracker had to be absorbed through special mucosa into the bloodstream to transmit location signals, but obviously, Whiskey wasn't Charlie's girlfriend's type. However, the young, handsome Taran caught her attention, quickly winning her favor and finding a chance to slip the tracker onto her. Meanwhile, Merlin recreated the scene from Hart's first agent assessment to awaken her memory. At that moment, Hart noticed the floor started flooding, akin to a flood test every Ace agent had to endure. Hart panicked as the room filled with water, and Merlin watched nervously from the 2-way mirror. She hoped this top agent would soon regain her memories, but Hart seemed to have completely forgotten everything about being an agent. As Hart struggled in pain, Merlin softened and ended the test, while the lucky survivor thought she was still the entomologist. Seeing this, Taran thought of a more exciting way to bring back the Ace agent and brought her an adorable puppy. Just as Hart took the pup, Taran suddenly raised his gun, making her panic and prepare for a dog escape. Taran pressed Hart to choose, dog's life or hers, but she couldn't decide facing the innocent pup. Under the tremendous mental pressure, Hart suddenly envisioned a group of dancing butterflies. Memories long forgotten flooded back to her daring moments against thugs, the tragedy in the church, and the scene where the director held his head. The most profound memory was from her youth assessment, where she had to shoot her longtime companion, a dog's fate that echoed the present. At that moment, Hart fully awakened. Her forgotten memories revived, signaling the return of the strongest Ace agent, while Merlin watched with relief.